Good evening, everybody. What's going on tonight? What's up, Satellite? What's up, PM Collector Boy? What's up, one and all? Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. I am a big old ball of anxiety today. It's been a very, very busy day. I had a lot of things to handle today, and I'm rather anxious about the outcome of some of them, so that's been preoccupying me for most of the day when I wasn't running around town doing chores and shopping and burying kids and whatnot. So, but on the bright side, I had an absolutely delicious dinner, some absolutely delicious drinks. I'm settled in with one more and some E3 coverage from 3 decades ago. I think it's gonna be a good evening. I think I can be pretty confident of that. New shmup came out today called Earthian. Not only is it a Steam game, it's also a Genesis homebrew. Oh, I think y'all have talked about Earthian before. I'll take another look at it. Remind myself of what that is. Oh, what is this? Oh. Actually, I started doing something on Steam like 8 hours ago and never actually came back to it. Earthian. Yeah, that looks cool. Side-scrolling space shooter developed natively for 16-bit systems. Nice. Pixel art is gorgeous in this. It looks really cool. Here, you can have... You know what, chat? Just a treat. You can have a look at this, too. Look at this. Look how nice that is. Ain't that something? I'd say they don't make them like this anymore, but, I mean... Look, they're making them like this anymore. Okay, here's a question. Why, and maybe we talked about this before, maybe not, I don't remember. Why is, like, bio-horror such a huge component of shmups? Is there something in particular about it that's a really good fit? Or is it just like a couple games kind of set the standard for it early on and now it's like tradition? I mean, R-Type is the big obvious one, but I mean it's a major component of Gradius as well. That's how you know you've made it to the late game of Gradius, as you get to the cell wall and goopy stages. I think it's just that R-Type influence. People like shooting vaguely genital-shaped things. You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that. It is very satisfying to crack them nuts. What's up, Eva? What's up, Mizroy? Good to see both of you. Glad you're out tonight. Yeah, R-Type. Gradius was great. I think Gradius is kind of the commensurate shmup of the era. But I think R-Type was a bit more spectacle. I feel like I remember enjoying Gradius. I love Gradius. Gradius is great. But I remember the moments out of R-Type much more clearly. Like the first time you get to that big, like, beating heart with the snake going in and out of it. I think everybody probably remembers fighting that thing for the first time. Getting Laretra Spiso, good to see you. I'd say tradition, also bio-horror is visually distinctive and edgy, both helpful for clarity and marketing. Yeah, I don't know if it's... I don't know if it's just confirmation bias or what, but I feel like bio-horror is much more prevalent by volume in the shmup field than it is in other ones. Like, FPSs are kind of all over the place. There's a fair bit of bio-horror there, but it feels evened out by other things, and there's definitely a lot more, like, straight military shooting and sci-fi elements and stuff. Like, yeah, like, mechanical stuff. More mechanical, less bio. Darius went with fish. Darius has always kind of done its own thing, and I respect it for that. Is there some kind of connection? It's been so long since we played them or talked about. Is there some kind of connection between Zex's and the Darius series? Because they both had big sorry. They both had big mechanical fish for their bosses. Your Radius, give me that Salamander 3. Oh, right. There's actually a new Salamander coming out. There wasn't another Gradius after 5, right? There's only technically been 5 mainline Gradiuses, correct? Don't think they're related. We need Shadows up in here to let us know if one of the designers on Zex's like snuck out and start up the Darius series or something. There's a Wii download only Gradius. Forget the name. Well, now you've got my attention. Now I'm going to Wikipedia chat. See what you've done? See what you've done? Honestly, I really like having any excuse to go look up stuff about game franchises, because as much as I love them, I don't remember. Okay, so the Gradius release timeline, according to this, started with Scramble in 1981. Gradius was 1985. Salamander was 86. Oh, this is a little confusing. Gradius and Nemesis are not the same thing? Sort of. Arcade version of Gradius is Nemesis. Okay. Okay. Because this gets really confusing. Because 86 was Salamander / Life Force. And then 87 was Nemesis 2. Which was released as Gradius 2 in Japan. And then in 88, Gradius 2 came out, also known as Vulcan Venture in arcades outside Japan. Oh, Christ almighty. And then Nemesis 3, exclusively for MSX. And then Gradius 3 in 89. Wow, Gradius 3 in 89. That's crazy to me. I mean, it was an SNES launch title, so I guess it would have hit arcades first. Then Nemesis on Game Boy. Oh, this is too fucking confusing, man. Like, I don't normally say that about game franchises. Like, they get all kinds of weird naming conventions and stuff mixed up. But, like, literally every game in the Gradius series has a different name, like, in Japan or in the arcades, and they're just all over the damn place. Salamander 2 in 96, Gradius Gaiden in 97, Gradius 4 in 99, Gradius Advance in 2001, Gradius 5 and Gradius Neo in 2004, a collection 2006, Gradius Rebirth in 2008. That's it. That's the WiiWare one. Gradius Rebirth. Essentially a remix of levels from past games rather than an entirely new game. Okay. And then Gradius Arc in 2010. Gradius the Slot probably isn't anything we want to bother with in 2011. And then all the way in 2025, Salamander 3. It was fine. I enjoyed it. I would not go back to it over like any other Gradius. Talk about Ray Force. How many names that has? Nemesis with the home PC versions. Oh god, maybe it's even more confusing there. Gradius the Slot, yeah. Yo, it's a Konami. It's a Konami property. Of course it ended up in Pachi slot machines. JP Saturn port was renamed to Layers Section. The international arcade version was renamed to Gunlock. The US Saturn version is Galactic Attack. What's up, Shadows? Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go with, yeah, 5 mainline Gradiuses. And I'm just gonna ignore that Nemesises are a thing. And how about R-Type is easier, right? I'm pretty R R-Type is much more straightforward. God, I hope. R-Type, R-Type 2, R-Type 3, R-Type Delta, R-Type Final, Final 2, and yeah, the stupid sort of R-Type Final 3 thing. And then they have spin-offs. Leo, Tactics, Tactics 2, yada, yada, yada. Gaiden should... It's right there in the name. It's a side story. God damn it. Evangelion at least one Pachi slot machine. Everything gets pachinko'd. It does. There is no escape from death or pachinko. Yeah, R-Type does have that stupidity with Final 2 and Final 3. So, I see no reason to forgive them for that, but yeah. Ace Attorney Pachi slot exists, I believe it. Still shocked Sonic never an actual physical pinball game in the 90s. You know what I saw today? And I want it so bad, and I will never have it. Costco, right now, has, I guess, re-releases, recreations of the old Star Wars pinball table. Like, the same layout. Somebody went back and remade the whole thing. And it's like $4,000 or something. And I wanted to come home with it so bad, but I can't really imagine a faster way to end up divorced. With a vast array of options in front of me, I really do think that would be the fastest way. Just decided, did anyone in the 90s know what Gaiden actually meant? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Only people who went out of their way to learn Japanese to, like, read imported manga or something. Doom, what's up, Fury Fighter? And F-Zero Racer, good to see you. Too bad pinball machines are a mechanical nightmare. That's one thing along in the background of proper resurgence. Yeah. Yeah, I've always wanted a pinball machine, but I've watched plenty of videos about people maintaining their own ones. And I still remember the pinball table I played more than any other was the Twilight Zone. I love, like, that is the quintessential pinball table for me. I love the Twilight Zone pinball machine to death. But that thing is so squirrely mechanically. I swear to God, I would go to the mall every Friday and play at least 2 games of Twilight Zone. And every single week it played differently. Every single week, something was wrong with it. Something was different. Anyway, that was a proper pinball machine set, basically has a mechanic on call specifically for it, I bet. I still have no idea why Ninja Gaiden is named that. Like, it's not like there's a main ninja to be a side story for. Sort of implies Ninja Gaiden's story is actually a lesser important story compared to a yet unseen main ninja story. That's kind of an interesting concept, isn't it? Like are they ever gonna come out with a game that's just called Ninja? Or like Ninja Story? That would be pretty funny. But the Terminator 2 one for so long in a restaurant, my parents had to find you. The pinball springer thing was a pistol. I remember that. I actually, you know what? I actually hated that. I hated the pinball tables that were so gimmicky. They didn't have a proper, like, spring-loaded plunger to launch the ball. I always thought it was really boring to just have, like, a trigger or a button for it that turned the skill shot into just, like, a timing thing. I always like the tactile feel of, like, the spring plunger. There was, what was it? There was some table. It wasn't Twilight Zone, but there was some table that had a skill shot that I figured out. Instead of, like, pulling back on it and releasing it, I would just, like, you just pop it. and it would do it just right. But yeah. Pinball chat. Pinball. Apparently Gaiden was originally a localization thing. Apparently the original Japanese title was closer to Ninja Legend of the Dragon Sword, and eventually Ninja Gaiden became the name of the series in Japan. That's funny. I always think it's funny when localization goes back the other way. When, yeah, when it has, like, everything's set and has its proper name in Japan, and then it gets localized over here as, like, something else, and then eventually that works its way back to Japan and becomes the official naming convention or title or whatever. I think that's pretty funny. The fuck is Doki Doki Panic? Exactly. Exactly. But yeah. Anyway, chat, you know what we should do? You know what I think we ought to do? We should probably get going on the magazine so we can make some progress, because there's no telling. There's really no telling how long we'll get caught up on this this particular feature. We were here for quite some time last Saturday. We were our attentions were very much arrested here, and it could happen again. Nobody's requested anything yet tonight, which is probably a good thing, because we did play most of the stuff that was mentioned on this page last time. But this is a 6-page feature. We got 4 more pages to go through, and there are things on the subsequent pages that aren't mentioned on this page. So, with that in mind, why don't I remind y'all what's going on with the schedule for the foreseeable future, and then we'll get to it, shall we? Tonight, of course, the Power Hours. Your eyes are currently beholding July of 1994. Still the early pages, of course, because we're taking our sweet ass time with this issue. Tomorrow night is going to be another building sim variety night, but this one is going to be a collection of builder sims that, for whatever reason, I hadn't planned on streaming very much of. I still haven't decided how exactly we're going to do them. I don't know if I want to put them all on a wheel. I don't know if I want to let you request them specifically, or just leave it up to my own particular whims. It could go any direction, really, but I'll figure out something for tomorrow. And then all this that's going on here will continue into Saturday, because of course it must. There'll be no stream on Sunday, because I don't stream on Sunday ever for any reason. And then if you missed it last night, we finished Tele Aisha. We got Neo back. We rounded out the last 3 years. Done and dusted. We did it. Wonderful, wonderful experience. All, I think 48 hours all told by the time I finished it. So on Monday, that means we're starting Timberborn. That's right. I am going to set to work on a grand beaver society for all y'all. It's going to be a good time, because that is a really precious, really enjoyable game. It will, of course, be a democratic playthrough, so y'all be free to decide how long we play it for. Unlike with RPGs, I'm not going to cut off the voting at any point, because Timberborn doesn't really have a set ending. There's a whole bunch of maps you can play on. They technically have like a win condition, but we don't have to go to it. We don't even need to worry about it. We could always just build one civilization and then move on to the next one if y'all are having a good time with it. There will be options to name beavers after yourselves, so you can see what kind of beaver lives you could lead after the apocalypse. So yeah, it'll be a good time. Good evening, Manic. Good evening, Arcane. Good evening, Helvy. Good to see y'all. I have to admit, felt a little sudden there at the end. Tele Aisha. I think that was perfectly fitting for the game. I don't think Tele Aisha ever set out to be bigger or grander, or even really put that much emphasis on even its main plot. I really think Atelier Aisha is just there as like a big old vibe. you know? Especially after finding out the bad ending, like if you don't save Neo in time. Like, I think Atelier Aisha is less about the story and more about just experiencing the world in the game. So in that sense, I thought the ending was perfect for it. I think it was perfectly good for that. Hopefully that answers your question, Fury Fighter. What's going on, Mr. Bustin? Just got home. Oh, we're getting started. A good 25 minutes into the stream, like we tend to do. Timberborn isn't what I voted for. Ah, the beauty of democracy. And give it a look. Well, I think you'll get a kick out of it. I know not everybody's sold on us streaming building games, but I think Timberborn will be a good time. I think it's got its own charms and stuff. What's this song and the previous song from? Both are from Dragon's Earth. Here. You can play along at home. If you hadn't been ready to head to Beavertown, there would have been several more hours of practically no stakes at all in post-game. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time to wrap up Aisha. You know. I think there's all kinds of streamers out there. There's all kinds of people producing all kinds of capital C content on Twitch. And I think there are some streamers who are really, really good at making something from anything, really. I think I do a bit better when we're not just sitting around yammering like this. I think when we're playing a game, I do better when we're going somewhere. When we have some kind of goal in mind. I feel like all the best things that I've streamed on this channel had, I mean, they weren't all super, they weren't all like super story driven necessarily, but we were always working towards something. And I think Aisha was a lot of fun while we were working towards something. And then once we got Neo back, I think that's all we really needed to do. Love building games though. Maybe I'll become Beaver, who knows? I will say, straight up, Timberborn is one of my favorite building games of all time. I absolutely love it. I'm a huge fan of Timberborn. Timberborn will be fine until it's not. Yeah, and that's perfect for a democratic playthrough. Exactly how it works. Oh yeah, you should head too empty. Dragon's Earth, and it looks very ogre battle. Google seems to combine with Draken. GVG, better at making nothing out of something than something out of nothing. Hey, we all have our talent. I have found my niche here. I'm gonna give an Atelier trilogy a shot. Well, I could certainly recommend Aisha. Aisha was fantastic. There are a lot of Atelier games out there. I can't speak to the quality or the experience you'll have with any of the other ones, but I know Aisha is just mwah, wonderful. Yes, this is from Evo Search for Eden. It is indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna be I'll keep you all informed on the Atelier sales. I'm definitely gonna be looking to pick up the other two games in the Dusk trilogy because I intend to stream them someday. I had such a good time with Aisha. I want to do Esha and Logi next, and then Shally, I think, is the third one. If I remember what you all told me last night correctly. And then who knows what we'll do from there. Maybe we'll go backwards or forwards or sideways. Let's see. So I'm enjoying Iris a lot as a slightly more structured take. So far, still pretty gentle. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the other Ateliers compare. I can't imagine Aisha is gonna be like the peak. I imagine they'll all have their own nuances, and some of them I might click with more than others, more than Aisha perhaps. 290 stream streak, Jesus! Just bought a loaf of bread and cheese that cost $20. It better be God's own bread and cheese. Well, one without a time limit. Life's been stressing me out enough. I think the more recent ones don't have actual time limit. I think you'll be able to get what you're looking for with the more recent ones. I I think that's what people are mentioning. So, anyway, chat. Magazine, it's here. Last time on the Power Hours, in case you forgot, because continuity is extremely important here. We made it here. I read all the way through the first page, which had some absolutely hilarious console warrior bullshit spliced in there. And then I read through the big list of games on this page, and we played a whole bunch of them. So I'm gonna kind of gloss over that because, again, we played a whole bunch of them. We played the majority of them. I'm gonna start in down. You can't see my cursor. I'm gonna start in down here with Killer Instinct, and we'll wind our way through the rest of the feature. Talk about these games, other games, more games, and as it goes, request stuff as you see fit. We'll play it, and we'll see where the evening takes us. Not like Aisha Time Limit was that evil. It really does feel like you can play it without anxiety. It's true. It's true. Especially finding out what I did about the end of the game. It's really, really not a very important time limit. Iris has no time limit. Alright, 1-2 punch. Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct for the Super NES brings an amazingly sophisticated arcade game. The home platform delivers a knockout. Most of the characters and moves have been retained in the Super NES KI. That is to be expected. What blew minds at E3 was the quality of the graphics. If you thought Donkey Kong Country was awesome last year, you'll see that Rare learned a thing or two since then. For dramatic action, total challenge, and beautifully rendered ACM, I'm already getting really tired of hearing about ACM graphics, chat. Nothing beats Killer Instinct. Oh, that's it. That's all they had to say about it. Great. Wonderful. Then they got a big thing on Donkey Kong Country 2. If you want awesome graphics and platform game, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy. I always forget that it's actually called this. Diddy's Kong Quest. Because Kong, and then they made a quest out of it. Yeah. Diddy's Kong Quest sets a new standard as good as DKC was last year. DKC 2 beats it. Diddy's new companion Dixie adds a new dimension to the gameplay because the two characters can use each other for special moves. The marvels of DKC 2 is the lifelike hair, which has been rendered using a new alias power animator trademark feature that manipulates thousands of computer-generated particles, or in this case, hairs, at the same time. Chat, am I the only one who's so sick of hearing about super realistic hair in video games? Am I the only one who just doesn't care anymore? Like, I really don't need photorealistic moving hair in my games. I'm good. I'm cool. I'm fine with it. Chelsea, the custom SNES card of Doom that runs much smoother? I haven't, no. Very weird name. I don't think it's that weird. I think they're just getting cheeky with their plays. Says the bald. Bonanza is less weird, but still weird. Bonanza's clever, honestly. You gotta give Bonanza some credit. No, Arcane. No, I don't. Jesus Christ. Although, I really think somebody should screenshot Arcane and Shadow's comments back to back. I wonder if it was intended to be a play on... It was... Yes. Yes. It is absolutely meant to be a play on Conquest. Conquest. Yeah. Yeah. Diddy Kong's Quest. Diddy's Conquest. As one of the stunning effects Rare has used in this game, the play surpasses that of the original DKC. To be considered second to KI would be an honor for virtually any video game in existence, except Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest, which is its equal. We don't need to pursue that, Larry Spiso. We really don't. You put together PowerPoint explain. I remember getting the 360 version of Alice Madness Returns to the GameSpot, and the dude at the counter was like, the hair looks so good. Look, it's down bad for this game. I think that was the big selling... You know what? I think that might have been a big selling point throughout, like, the whole Tomb Raider franchise. I know it was with the reboot. But I feel like it probably was with the older ones, too. Colonel, Shadows is gooning again. What do I do? Doomsday chat. Williams Entertainment showed off its own 1-2 punch for the Super NES. Any other year, Mortal Kombat 3 and Doom would be on top of the heap. Even with KI and DKC2 in the running, the two Williams titles should be huge. Super NES MK3 rivals the arcade game for quite... They keep saying this. They keep saying this, and we know here in the future that it's not true. But I think this is a rather effective bit of marketing, just straight up lying to people that the home versions would be as good as the arcade versions. Because of course, this little cartridge that you buy for like 50, 60 bucks is going to be just as good as like a purpose-built arcade machine to play one specific game. Yeah, guys, exactly. Lisa D3 stood toe-to-toe with the PlayStation game, although neither game was finished. With all the characters and moves, plus the awesome combat code feature and animalities, Super NES MK3 will rock. Was MK3 the first MK on PlayStation? Or did they go back and do the other two? Alice Madness returns, that amazing hair. Did look great. Tomb Raider 2 and 3 definitely made a point of, oh my god, we can render Lara's hair properly. This is the 90s, fancy hair physics mostly just phase through ours. Blood Rain had hair and cloth physics and also taught you what a uvula was, which isn't as lascivious as it sounds. Funnily enough. Bullshitting hard about supposed arcade games running in the Ultra 64. Well, at this point, the Ultra 64 is still essentially vaporware, so they can say whatever the fuck they wanted for it. MK2 was the first on PS1 and Saturn. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Because I figure whatever the first MK on PlayStation was probably a big deal. But Nintendo Power didn't bother spitting any fire over that with MK2, so. Slowly was meant to be silky. I got you. When you hear Doom knocking on your door, you better let it in. It's so weird and random. Doom for the Super NES makes use of the FX2 RISC chip. Does it though? I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna fact check this, chat, because I don't think it does. I think we looked this up. Okay, it does. It does. I remember this is a really short list, and Doom is on here, and it does use the second revision of it. The Ultra 64 will cook okonomiyaki from Family of 5. I'd buy that for $1. Doom for the Super Radio. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. What did the Super FX chip do for Doom? I guess rendering the level geometry. Huh. Reticulated all of the points. Expensive bread updated sourdough bread tastes like a bit dipped in vinegar. Not sure if that's the intended experience. A bit too sour for sourdough. Next chapter begins on Doom Day. It's supposed to be Doomsday, you idiot. September 1st, when the exclusive Super NES version goes on sale. The version we saw at E3 moved with this... Chat. The version we saw at E3 moved with the same smooth speed made famous in the PC game, and it was just as lethal to aliens. Okay, man. The best news may be that Doom will have a 2-player option for playing remotely on the X-Band modem. PC Doom players already know Doom is a game you don't want to play alone. I think it's really easy to forget that Doom had co-op multiplayer. Aliens. I mean, in a sense, they're aliens. In that they are not native to the place where you find them. Demons would be alien to the mortal plane, would they not? You expect the children to cost your lives. Well, the children are all grown up now. And they want revenge for the sins of their youth. The best of the rest. Enclosed office cut off from the bustle of the floor. We got our first peek at the next Tecmo football game for the Super NES. Tecmo? Super Bowl III, the final edition, lives up to its heritage. Dramatically improved graphics and all the options normally associated with the Tecmo Bowl game should put this multiplayer gridiron goodie at top of the pile. So are you by that logic you're an Earthling that got their ass to Mars? I ain't arguing that. I ain't arguing that point one bit. We're all aliens somewhere. Earthworm Jim 2 didn't have the best parts in. According to Dave Perry of Shiny Entertainment, still looks to be another whacked-out worm-hugging adventure with innovative stages and graphic effects. Knit Dog's Haunted. That is a really scary bit of ad work for Secret of Evermore. I wonder if that was spawned back when it was expected to have a darker tone to it. I think in SNES Doom's case was to help offload some of the binary space partition calculations to it. Now SNES Doom uses its own fully custom engine, so the actual Doom engine. There's a lot of code specifically for it. That would make sense, I suppose. That would make sense. Konami's exclusive Castlevania Dracula X for the Super NES will take players back to Transylvania whip snapping action with the Belmonts. Upgraded graphics effects include truly humongoid bosses. Run and Gun, Konami's arcade hoopster, features big characters, great speed, and solid control. The game has been beating out NBA Jam in the arcades. May do the same thing on the Super NES. Squaresoft, oh boy. Fall lineup of Chrono Trigger and Secret of Evermore. What a 1-2 punch that is, chat. Biggest epic news of all time so far. Enix only adds the difficulty for RPG buyers by offering up the 7th Saga 2. Is that a word? Of course it isn't! Humongoid. That is some pure strain 90s bullshit terminology. Say what you want about Earthworm Jim, you at least have to admit the Peter Puppy parts were great. I don't, though. Because if I remember correctly, the Peter Puppy stage in Earthworm Jim 1 is an escort mission. A really fucking frustrating one. Where he's basically tooling around along like a moron. And if you let him walk off a platform or get smacked by a monster, he'll freak out and eat your ass. You may absolutely request to. Totally. We won't play it very long, because it is awkward, but you can see it if you want. My eyes bleed so I can go get you a doctor's note off of SNES Doom. Someone who genuinely loves old sports games, what the fuck is Run and Gun? I mean, one way to find out. We can see if it actually exists. Sprite scaling fake third-person 3D one. Interesting. Alright. Let's take a little break from all the boring reading, chat. Play some video games. I see a request out for Ninja... I actually don't have a whole lot of experience with this one, so I'm rather curious to try it. I love Ninja Gaiden, chat. Really specifically Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden 1 is a bit rough, and Ninja Gaiden 3 is, well, it hates you and everything you stand for. I kind of skipped over the Ninja Gaiden trilogy on Super Nintendo, and I'm not 100% sure why. Because I only had Ninja Gaiden 2 growing up. So let's see what they did with this. Yeah. Ninja Gaiden 3, the last console went until the Xbox era. It was, yes. It was. That was a bit loud. Let me pull that back. Oh, those are horrible renditions of the box art, man. Jesus Christ. Let's start with the original. Tecmo Presents. It's not 1991 anymore. God knows. Heard someone complain about this port on YouTube recently. Oh, let's see. I don't know if I like that. It's really not. Like, the only perceptible upgrades here are slightly more color depth, like more gradients, and different sound mixing, which I don't think is necessarily better, honestly. Looks like Ninja Gaiden doesn't sound much like it. I would definitely agree with that. Everything sounds off. Yeah, I don't really like what they did with that. I like seeing NES, SNES arcade night on Friday sometime. Like, the arcade games are totally different from the NES, SNES ports. That's a good idea, honestly. Jesus, that's loud. They got that accurate from the NES, at least. Yeah, this really doesn't look... This really doesn't look that much improved. Sorry, I'm just gonna skip this. The increased color depth does slightly do cutscenes more favors. A little bit. Honestly, the enhanced font seems more impactful than the cutscene itself. Hang on, I want to see. Let's do the first stage of each one. Never reason to play this version over the NES version. Yeah. I'm more familiar. Wait, 1990? Yeah, why'd they say 1991 for the first one? Weird. I'm much more familiar with this one. Oh, I don't like it. Chat, I don't like it. This feels like the big band version of a song that was originally like a rock anthem. There's 3 games compared to 1 for this era. That's amazing value. I mean, yeah. I do feel like it's kind of maybe just trying to cash in on the success of something like Mario All-Stars, Was more impressive than the first, yeah. Yeah, I suppose it does seem like this one served a bit better by the SNES upgrade. Or they'll emulate the slowdown in later stages? I would assume not. Oh my god, that's a fucking crime. Oh, that sounds terrible. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. Sorry, I can't do this. Hang on. I can't with this. I need to make sure y'all understand. If Ninja Gaiden 3 is actually good in this one, I don't care. It still wouldn't sound as good as the original bad one. It isn't. Oh, and then this is probably too quiet, then, isn't it? Here we go. Yeah, I know. I know Tecmo presents. I just presented you. What's up, Chaos? Good to see you. Okay, back to back, the SNES version definitely looks better. Like, significantly better. I'll give it that. But man, that music was fucked up. That music made me so sad. It's like the music was like the different parts of it were misprioritized. Like the melody was kind of swallowed up in the SNES version. And it was missing that kind of constant backbeat this one has. You know, this sound effects in the sound channels is so much better, yeah. Okay, listen to this. The SNES version doesn't sound a goddamn thing like this. Like, not even remotely. That's so weird. The building lights were animated in the SNES version, yeah. Couldn't even tell the SNES was a remix of Ninja Gaiden 1's boss theme. It sounds like a completely different song. It's so weird. Yeah. So yeah, it's a shame because it's like not even like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's like 1 step forward, 1 step back. I don't know. I don't know if it has more problems past that too. I didn't really play long enough to evaluate the controls. They seemed fine, but when I got on the NES, there was a certain je ne sais quoi about it. It just felt a little tighter. They added typos to the cutscenes. All right, Big Sky Trooper, huh? Break is spelled breaky. Fucked up the cinema scenes because by then they weren't. Well, I guess they were still cinema scenes. We still haven't made it to actual cutscenes yet. Oh good, it's JVC. Whoa! Hello, hi. Calm thyself. Jesus Christ. That's LucasArts, oh my god! I love those guys. Alert, alert, alert. Wake up, oh gooey eminence. One of our probes found an alien artifact. Do we know who made it? Never seen anything like it, your jelly hood. Sure is ugly. Perhaps is the work of those human beings we've heard about. Judging from that statue, they appear to have bones inside. The purpose of their device appears to be advertising. It's that way, slippery one. Anything I hate and will not tolerate, it's bones and advertising. Nobody quite had the sense of humor as LucasArts games. I will definitely give them credit for that. What the hell are these? Because the boss music in Ninja Gaiden 2 is the actual boss theme due to an error. It's the level 5 theme. Okay. So holy sweet mother of God. So the real issue with the Ninja Gaiden trilogy is buggy as hell, huh? Greetings. I'm Sergeant Slack of the Sidereal Shock Troops, here to report a terrible emergency. Sultan of Slime has declared war on the human race. Definitely the aliens wipe these people up. The slippery slugs have already captured most of the planets in the galaxy. Scared? I'll bet you are. Yeah, I'm terrified right now of this motherfucker. We're all scared. We're gonna fight back. We got the plans, we got the ships, we got the guns. All we need is a few good men. Or women. Or children. Anybody with enough spine to stand up to those gumdrops. What about you? There's a big sky waiting. Want to sign up? Nope. Deep down, everyone has doubts. Here's the important question. Can you qualify for service? And let ordinary people fight the slugs, you know? You gotta be tough, quick, and smart. So before you join, you must pass 3 grueling tests. Test what? I just got, but thou musted. Physical fitness, I'll take your temperature here. What the shit? Amazing, you hot or what? Test your reflexes. Press the A button whenever you spot a slug. I'm not pressing anything, by the way. I guess maybe I have to. Well, quick enough for government work. Ninja Gaiden 1 is an error where during one cutscene, the text and entire screen flicker like a strobe effect. Oof. Good evening, Dragnell. Good to see you. Glad to hear it, too. I'm happy for you. Test your intelligence. See if you can write your name on this handy form. Is this correct? No. Wow, this interface is terrible. This is so hard to do. Like, you would be shocked, chat, at how hard this is to do. Bubsy, is this correct? Sure is. Incredible, you scored so high on my test that I'm going to start you off as a 21-star general. Congratulations, now you're a big sky trooper, Bubsy. Oh, Lord. Oh my god. I look like an SD Gundam. Not anymore, I guess. What the Christ is going on? Oh god, it's number stations. Welcome aboard the ESS Dire Wolf, General Bubsy. It's K9 class attack cruiser, the finest in the fleet. ARF. And Fido, your ship's flexible interactive digital omnicomputer. Big Sky Trooper's best friend. We need help, I'll supply it. When you get in trouble, I'll bail you out. Together, we're invincible. If you have any questions about running the ship, ask me about this operating manual. Arf. Now listen up. Our first mission is proceed to plant Hornbeam and rescue secret agent from invading slugs. Here's our objective. Okay. No go. I'm not sure I really get the interface here. Oh, I guess we gotta get there. Okay. Okay. Kind of a neat looking ship. Right, plant barks. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Wait, it's fucking asteroids now. Why is it asteroids, though? Not very good at asteroids. Not when the controls are ass. Important component of asteroids is they tend to move in predictable patterns. What? What do you want? On Bubsy, you defeated the Slug Patrol. Okay. Yeah, and that's important too. Oh, I can't go here because I can't go anywhere. Why can't I go anywhere? Good question. That barks. Okay. Am I supposed to do something? Orange Star, bad new pass. I don't know what I'm even supposed to do at this point. Do we have to go back here? There's a way to disembark. I have no idea what it is. Base Station Bounty. Cool. Incapacity exceeded, cannot retrieve relay. Okay. I think we're supposed to go here. I think. He's playing out first after kill all the alien slugs in outer space where you can drop down to plant, kill them. Nah. You can drop down to the planet itself. Go to the airlock. Press A in the airlock and switch to the robot character. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Absolutely no context for that whatsoever. Okay. Okay, I got a card. Neat. You have to push a button to pick things up. The SD Gundam to LucasArts' other more serious mech combat game. It seems like the map repeats. It does. This map is tiny. Congratulations, Bubsy, you defeated the invading slugs. That's it? I want to get in here. Looks like I should be able to bust that, but I don't have anything to let me do it. This looks like it was made in England. This is a LucasArts game. Next action you must complete before leaving plans. Kill all ground alien slugs, kill space slugs, and walk around and do the same with the ground slugs. Kill the alien slugs. You receive a confirmation from Fido. Was that what I already saw? Do I need to blow those up? Start and ready or equip the Fido icon. Yeah, it keeps doing that. I don't know what that means or signifies or anything of the sort. Maybe we're done here? I don't know. Sure, why not? Can't charge your weapon, no. Can't heal. So can we go? Nope, I can't go here. This is orange now. So I guess I'm not done? I don't know. This is uncharacteristically butt for LucasArts. It really is. It is not fun or interesting in any way. It really sucks. I mean, obviously a lot of effort went into it. Like the sprite art and animations are really well done for what they are, but what plans? I don't know. I didn't bother to look out the viewport before we landed. Is there other stuff besides Fido uplink? A slug trading card, 21 status stars, 21 transport relays, Fido uplink, operating manual, mission order, Fifi idea. What's a Fifi idea? Don't know, can't use it. Press A near the capsule, the silver ball for a secret message. Take measure of General Bubsy. You got any starfield drums? You can blow up weakened walls if not come back later. Oh, I like this. Not that either. I got some empty sockets and power packs and stuff. Chat, I've come to the inevitable conclusion that this game sucks. This is not fun or interesting. So we're not gonna play it anymore. Simple as that. Maybe using the same game engine as Zombies Ate My Neighbors? I have no idea. It doesn't really feel like it. It really doesn't feel like it. Here we go, chat. Let's play a real video game. Seems like it has some good ideas of piss poor tutorializing. You know what? Normally I'm charitable enough to be like, yeah, maybe, yeah, it's got some neat ideas and stuff. I can't even do that this time. I feel like just everything there was deeply, deeply flawed. Speaking of deeply, deeply flawed. It was made in the Zombies Ate My Neighbors engine. Well, at least they made one good game in that engine. Boy, good thing I saw those zombie troopers. Yep, the 5 FPS Doom. Honestly, like, it doesn't run terrible, but it's, like, impossible. Like, do you see those little moving pixels up there? That's an imp. This is like Doom running at, like, 200 by 120 or something. That was also an imp. Doom 2x4. Oh, also they couldn't do transparent surfaces, so they just took out the fencing here. Getting to some of those really impressive Game Boy ports we've seen, it's not great, but it's impressive from where it was ported. Yeah, I'll give it that. I'll give it that. You got Doom to run it all. Congratulations, I guess. At least it's not 3DO Doom. Doom has angry face, the same resolution is always the important part. As long as you can see that, you know you're in good hands. Ow. Ow. Oh, it's that guy. Stop that, I hate it. Not as bad as the version made like a month. Well, that's something, I guess. Take your little victories when you can. Oh, there's guys down there. In the darkness. Arf, 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 barf. Game does not use the Doom engine. It features a custom engine known as the Reality Engine, programmed by Randy Linden. Pretty impressive, right? Time to honestly go boot up some of my brutal Doom and get stuck with much more vocal zombie troopers. I'd say, like, from a gameplay perspective, I think the biggest tragedy here is you just don't have the high-speed fluid movement, you know? It's not... It doesn't really play like Doom, you know? Wolfenstein 3D felt like a much better approximation because it ran comparable to how the original did, and the gameplay kind of suited it better. Like, OG Wolfenstein isn't really about zooming around at high speeds because that'll just get you killed. It's a much, like, slower, more deliberate experience. But Doom is about hustling your ass around and murdering all the demons, and you can't really do that in this version. Let's say you're playing on ice. Yeah, the controls aren't terrible, but you just don't move very fast, is the thing. And Doom has always been known for, like, the lightning speeds that you run around at. And that's actually kind of important for fighting some enemies. Like, I kind of wish I could get to, Oh, this is... It's actually really well done. This area always kind of freaked me out. Doom 1 was always kind of creepy to me. I always thought it was a pretty effective horror game. Well, 3D also has much more simplified textures. Yeah. Yeah, it has simpler textures and fewer enemies, too. Like, you don't... Like, there's not so many different kinds of enemies to identify at a distance. But, like, in this, you have so few pixels to go off of. It's hard to tell the difference between a zombie trooper and an imp, and that's kind of a big deal. Because one is hit scan and one isn't. Yeah, I love Doom 1's atmosphere. One of the reasons I don't love Doom 2 as much is I don't feel like the atmosphere is as good. But I mean, it's well-trod ground that, like, Doom 2's level design just isn't up to par with Doom 1's. That's just known. Yeah. It's not even controversial. Also, sometimes the sound in this has to catch up to what's actually going on. It's kind of funny. Of the original trilogy of Wolf 3D, Doom, and Doom 2, I actually played Doom 1 last because the original release never had an Apple port. I never got until Ultimate Doom. I actually never got until Ultimate Doom either. I came to PC gaming a little late. I came to PC gaming with the later 486s. Yeah, I wasn't around when original Doom came out, but I did pick up Ultimate Doom. So I actually played Dark Forces before Doom. Dark Force is obviously a more technically complex game, but Doom didn't actually compare poorly to it because the atmosphere is so good in it. Doom 2 is first, then Ultimate Doom, then Wolf 3D. Yeah, Wolf 3D I only played much later, and as y'all know, I can only play the SNES version. The PC version like triggers my motion sickness horribly. And I also want to mention, in a weird sort of reversal, PC Wolf 3D, vomit central. SNES Wolf 3D, perfect, no problems, could play through that all day. PC Doom, perfect, no problems, love it, play it all the time. Unless it's a really twisty claustrophobic map, like unfortunately myhouse.wad. Doom on SNES, I was starting to feel a little queasy there. So, yeah, don't expect a full playthrough of SNES Doom on this channel, you know, ever. Okay, run and gun, NBA give and go. I'm gonna call it run and gun anyway because I like that. Have you played Boom? No, I definitely haven't. You go for a playthrough of Ultimate Doom? I could too. I've never beaten the whole thing. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. I did a long time ago. Back in college, maybe? I think I actually made it through all 4 episodes. NBA, give and go. There it is. Nice to see you get to the GBA, the shocking amount of FPS. I know, we played, that one night we got the GBA out and we're playing weird stuff on it. I think we played the Duke 3D port on it, which was surprising. Doom 60, I have streamed Doom 64. I actually didn't like Doom 64 as much as I thought I would. The atmosphere is immaculate. I love the vibe of that game, but I don't like the level design in it. It really wore on me after a while. You know what? Sure, why not? Duke Nukem Advance is legit cool. Serious Sam Advance is F. Serious Sam on a low-powered console, I don't get it. Because the whole point, the entire point, the only reason Serious Sam exists is for the spectacle of, like, fighting huge stuff.
Wow! Tomahawk! Go!
Okay.
Oh! Tomahawk! Oh! Make the jumper!
Best GBA FPS is probably X vs. Severus, finance licensed game. Literally according to Rotten Tomatoes, the worst movie ever made.
Good!
Whoa, okay.
Underneath! Tomahawk! Block shot!
If I did that in any other basketball game, I would be fouled.
Up in the air! Tomahawk! Good!
But apparently that's totally okay in this game.
Takes it in! Power dunk! Yeah!
This game has a really interesting
Watch the break!
like presentation, the perspective of it.
Oh!
Outside of that,
Go!
I don't know. Not really seeing the appeal here.
Shoot! Way to go!
Yeah, it seems like a really crappy basketball game.
Shot! Oh no! Rebound!
And it runs kind of chunky when you're under your goal because it's trying to render the entire court.
Open J.
What did Nintendo Power say about this? We haven't gotten to it yet.
Hey, that's too far.
Oh Jesus.
Oh.
Oh. All right, I'm done with this. This is aggressively
On the
unengaging.
drive.
Aggressively, chat. And for fast-paced arcade sports experience, I can't maintain the... No, I really can't. Cannot maintain the speed for it. At all. Even a little bit. Kind of impressive. Basketball is a fast sport. They found a way to make it feel slow. Yeah. Alright, anyway, let's read on. Can't do anything with Galley Oops or any of the stylish shit Jam unless you do... Yeah, that's the thing. Jam is so gonzo. It really helps even folks who aren't super into basketball enjoy it. That one didn't really have anything. Alright, we got through Squaresoft's. Disney fans may end up with huge winners this year with Disney Interactive's Pocahontas and Gargoyles. Neither of those things actually happened, did they? In Disney Interactive is brand spanking new. The animation is understandably mesmerizing in these games. A third title, Toy Story, may also come out this year, featuring beautifully rendered animation for Pixar and the voice of Tom Hanks. 2 more titles will ship to Europe this fall, but won't make it to America until 1996. Pinocchio and Maui Mallard both look incredible. Ironically, Maui Mallard will make it here. They did say May, so you can't sue. I'll be whatever I want to do. The Claims lineup should be as strong as ever once it's complete with titles such as Batman Forever, Cutthroat Island, Revolution X, Frank Thomas, Big Hurt Baseball, and Judge Dredd. The only finished game, Dread, is a great play, but all the others share its potential. We expect That was almost a very unfortunate slip of the tongue. We expect Batman Forever to be a blockbuster. Toy Story, oh my god, I had the PC support. This is a kid, and the CDR was terrifying to kid me. Let's see if they exist, chat. Let's see if we can actually play these damn things. For some reason, CDR is like Woody and Buzz being attacked by the spider, like baby. Oh god, you know what? I think I remember that actually. I think I remember that. Alright, hang on. My monitor decided to crap itself. As it sometimes does on the power hours. As it is wont to be. And sometimes do. This monitor's getting old. This monitor's like 10 years old at this point, I think. Just need it to stick with me. Well, okay, there's a Toy Story game on the Super Nintendo. How about that? Hang on. I need that. Not gonna lie, I totally forgot there was a Toy Story game on Super Nintendo. Totally forgot. I mean, I've never, outside of obviously Star Wars, I've never really been one for licensed games. So. There's in all things there is a reason, chat. Also, really infamous video reviewer from the 90s. Such choice sentences when you pop in the game, the first thing you notice is the poor edging on Woody. Amazing. I love it. Traveler's Tale. Huh, okay. Signosis. Toy Story, yes, we know. Oh yeah, they need to get all the rights sorted here for all the toys they borrowed for this. That's a hell of a start screen. Here's Woody being a dick. Yeehaw! Ah! If they digitized fucking Randy Newman for this game, I'm shutting this shit off. Straight up. Okay, everyone, today is Andy's birthday, and we need to find out what present is going to be given. Andy's birthday is today. Quick, send the sergeant downstairs with the team. Boy, if there's one thing I love about Toy Story, it's black screens with walls of text. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, at least this has a screenshot. You know, okay. Oh, this is actually telling you what you have to do. Sir, remove the lid on my bucket of soldiers so my men can get out, then find the baby monitor on the shelf and knock it down to my men below. Okay. Open bucket, knock over baby monitor. That old army game. Open the bucket of soldiers and then look at the baby monitor and trash down the sergeant's troops. The toys will then meet you the other. Okay, so then they recap. What? Okay. Oh, holy shit. They actually tried to make this 3. Oh my god. Am I supposed to be doing something to get off the floor here? Oh, there we go. Red. Move! 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 There's the poor edging on Woody yet. I noticed that Woody is not anti-aliased. Not really helping. Full on 2.5D platform or an SNES somehow. I don't understand how you're supposed to get on things. What have I done? Did I crash the game? Please tell me I crashed. God damn it. Wait, did I die? Did that kill me? Why did that kill me? Why did touching a question balloon kill me? Somebody explain what the fuck is going on here.
Move! Move! Move!
This game is so awkward. It's impossible to get on anything.
Ow!
Like, it feels like every platform is just out of reach. Okay, it's saying I need to get up here. Oh, maybe those kill you. Yeah, those kill you. Okay. Okay, so you can stand on the blocks. You can get up here. But that's the baby monitor, isn't it? No, this is the baby monitor. Yeehaw! Okay. Oh, and then maybe I get to this baby monitor? Yeah, okay. Holy cow. Okay. It's interesting to see reactions to this game. I remember a Sega programmer back in the day explained how they code the 3D effect here. Move, take cover, hang letters, save distance. Okay. Sorry, just signals. There's not even any background music for this. Prize present. Uh-oh. Red alert, help the other toys get to their places before Andy gets to his bedroom. Rex, Ham, and Robot need to go into the toy chest. RC Car and Rocky need to go into the bed. You need to get onto the bed. Is this timed? Is it like a puzzle level or something? Well, it is timed, but you've got like, what? I can't math. 3 minutes to do it? I think there's also an infamously impossible final level in this. There we go. Okay, Robot needs to go in there too. The animation is super impressive. Like, I won't deny that. No, you fucking idiot robot. Go back. Go back. God damn it. They're not actually coming back. He despawned. Cool. The guy I need to get in the box despawned. Fuck you, man. Oh, this is... Oh! Oh! Can't do this. Can't do this myself, chat. I deserve better than this. Okay, I can't with this shit. Here's the thing. Amazing looking game. Genuinely amazing looking game for the time. Obviously, topical. Toy Story was a huge hit and all. Painful play. Painful. So much pain. I'm sure this will be much, much better. I think Pixar helped by providing the necessary sprites for the programmers. It certainly looked like they did. It certainly looked like they were modeled off the same models from the films, but every ledge being 2 pixels too high to mount is definitely a choice. That, and a lot of things that look like ledges aren't actually ledges. Like, not all of the shelves, or not all of the drawers you can stand on. Some of them. Only 2 weeks before it was supposed to be submitted for final cert, they made their own renders. Wow. This is a great title screen. This looks really good. Jimmy Cricket's travels, taking to Geppetto's shop. Figaro meet Pinocchio, said Geppetto. How I wish he was a real boy. You're gonna regret that. Blue Fairy promised to grant Geppetto's wish if Pinocchio could earn the badge of truth, bravery, and unselfishness. You mean selflessness? Maybe? Wait, Geppetto found Pinocchio come to life. Geppetto sent Pinocchio to school as Jiminy hurried to catch up. Pinocchio's gonna go smoke some weed and join the circus. Oh my god! Pinocchio has seen some shit. That face, though. Alright, I know that guy's a fucker. Oh god, it's a goose. Idle stance is the put her there. Oh, gee, why? Why would you do that to this child? What did he ever do to you? Okay. If you say so. Amazing run animation. I gotta be honest. It's really good. Yes. Wait, was that push? For your push animation too. Yep. Murder that child. Just end his shit. Oh, Lord. Ow. Oh, you can okay, you can mantle up the... You can mantle up the sides of things. That's pretty handy. Oh, except then the thing falls. Pinocchio continues to inflict property damage as he goes. Where you want me to go? Pinocchio just breaking all the shit. Pinocchio has no legal protection. The entire town knows that he's the perfect victim for... I really do love the way he's animated. I don't know what, like, what's the point of that, Chief? Why are we doing that? Maybe I'm supposed to... Oh, I'm supposed to go up. Get beaten by a seagull. Ow. This isn't bad, but it feels kind of uneventful. Like, it feels like they put a whole lot of effort into the animations and stuff, and then shit just doesn't really happen. Yeah, I think I went too far. And apparently there's no way for Pinocchio to jump down. So this sort of Pinocchio game you get a Disney-themed plug-and-play. I think this is where we need to go. Holy sweet mother of God. Pinocchio got goosed. And this level's starting to feel like a maze. Ah! It's hard to tell where I've been and where I need to go. Everything kind of looks the same. Like, I guess I haven't been here because there's still power-ups. I'm also not used to going left this much in a game. It says school is this way. Am I going backwards? Typical American lost in a European city. Oh, I know where I am. No, I don't know where I am. Oh, the gates are labeled. There's like a shoe mark on this one. I've definitely been here before. Okay, I've had enough of this. Had enough of this. Anyone else read the original novel when you were a kid? Writer for was such a smartass humor-wise? No, I didn't. I did not. Pinocchio is one of those things where I feel like it's really, really easy to forget that it existed outside of Disney. Like, it's one of those properties that Disney just absolutely sucked all the air out of the room for. Like Little Mermaid. Sometimes it feels like there is no Little Mermaid except what Disney produced. There is, though, and it's frankly horrifying, but yeah. Table of Contents mostly spoils the plot up until the end where the chapter names become, if you want to find out what happens in this chapter, read it. Pretty funny. Okay, let's see. We just got past Batman Forever. Zoop! One of those irritatingly ineffective puzzle games that Huh? Zoop is one of those irritatingly ineffective puzzle games that seize control of your brain and refuse to let go. This mental Wolverine will attack both the Super NES and the Super Game Boy thanks to Viacom. I think maybe they didn't say what they meant to say there. I think they meant irritatingly effective. Viacom also showed Phantom 2040, which is a blast to play, and Congo, based on the Michael Crichton movie, which is too early in development to criticize. Activision's Battletech takes out of the cockpit of the mech and into the behind-the-mech perspective that really improves play over Mech Warrior. Although only the Genesis version showed at E3, the design of the games for both 16-bit systems will be the same, with better graphics appearing on the Super NES. Little Mermaid describes the feeling of a gay man pining after the straight man, unironically. Also exchange like, what brought you here, Geppetto? My legs. THQ is making the most of association with Electronic Arts and LucasArts Entertainment. Upcoming titles like Urban Strike for the Super NES and Return of the Jedi for Super Game Boy show marked improvement in quality, but The Mask, based on the movie hit and comic hero, may be THQ's biggest title of the year. Delays in development haven't affected the quality of this platform game, which features some very cool moves. Also playing, JVC's Big Sky Trooper may be one of the more unusual adventures ever to appear for the Super NES, that's for sure. LucasArts pumped this sci-fi game full of humor, puzzles, and easy action elements. Too bad they didn't pump it full of any direction. Gameplay in Mutant Chronicles from Playmates could be further from Big Sky Trooper. The game takes its inspiration from the Contra series of Bullet Fest. Tecmo's Ninja Gaiden trilogy combines 3 NES Ninja Gaiden games in a single Super NES pack, but don't expect anything new. The trilogy duplicates the 3 games faithfully, right down to the controller layout. It's a shame the film doesn't capture the pure snark the book can have. Yeah, I guess that was a little too early Disney for them. They could definitely pull that off now. Sounds like it would have been a better fit during like the Emperor's New Groove phase. Time Warner plans to bring Primal Rage to both Super NES and Game Boy players, while Bandai continues to push Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with 2 new games, one based on the movie and one taking the form of a tournament fighter. Virgin Interactive will bring out Spot Goes to Hollywood and Converse Hardcourt Hoops Super NES, and Aladdin for Game Boy this fall. Interplay has only one Super NES title. Booger Man. Planned for 1995. That's what Interplay was doing on the Super NES in 1995. Dear God. Liza P has that kind of tone too. Del Toro one's pretty snarky. I didn't demand a goddamn thing. Big news is that Interplay announced the acquisition of Shiny Entertainment. Developers of Earthworm Jim, conspicuous by his lack of titles on the list of upcoming games, is Capcom. Big Seek has called it quits on 16-bit platforms. Breath of Fire 2 and Mega Man 7 may never see the light of day. Spoiler alert, they did. But that's interesting. I didn't realize that as early as 1995, Capcom was done with the cartridge systems. It's gearing up to produce games for the new generation of video game platforms. Virtual Boy took center stage in the Nintendo booth with big screen demos and hands-on use. Big screen demos? How the hell did that work? Nintendo announced the Virtual Boy goes on sale August 14th at a suggested retail price of $179.95, including a packet game. Just which game will be packed in the system isn't known yet. It will be Teller Boxer, Galactic Pinball, or Red Alarm. Golf game made by T&E Soft and Mario's Tennis were not finished. The first three should follow the introduction within a month or two. Mr. Yokoi from Nintendo Company Ltd., the man who designed Virtual Boy, held a virtual classroom for 3 students from the Orville Wright Middle School in Westchester, California during the show. Along with Alan Becker of Reflection Technology Incorporated and Jim Merrick of NOA, Mr. Yokoi answered questions after the science students previewed the 3D immersive system. Oh, happier, simpler times for everyone involved. On the licensee front for Virtual Boy, there weren't many games being shown. Hudson Soft demonstrated 2 titles, Panic Bomberman VB and Vertical Force. Panic is a puzzle game along the lines of Bombliss, while Vertical Force has 3D depth to a vertically scrolling shooter. Temco's Virtual League Baseball was shown as Japanese form. Unfortunately, the demo didn't allow players to get a hit. Most people walked away thinking they just experienced the ultimate strikeout pitcher. Wow, pretty down on that. C-Chat games have always been expensive. Yeah, $179 back in 95 would be like, I don't know, like 4,000 or 5,000 now. ACM for the Game Boy. I'm telling you, chat, I'm getting tired of hearing this. Biggest news for Game Boy players, Donkey Kong Land, the first ACM game for Game Boy and Super Game Boy. Rare performed the same magic on DKL they did last year on Donkey Kong Country. Now this time they had reduced the palette of millions of colors down to millions of colors. Millions of colors. Millions of colors down to 4 instead of 256. Equally impressive is the Game Boy version of Killer Instinct. As one reporter said, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it. Yokoi, more like Mr. Yokai. Classic Game Boy. It's still kicking, and it will continue to for the better part of the decade. The Arcade Classic series of dual-pack Game Boy games includes Asteroids Missile Command, Defender Joust, Centipede Millipede, and Galaga Galaxian. All these packs reproduce the old arcade games in amazing detail, right down to the cabinet borders on the Super Game Boy Enhanced mode. Several other Game Boy titles could also fall into the classic category, including Street Fighter II. From Nintendo, and the EA Sports series being brought up to us by THQ. THQ lineup of Game Boy titles includes PGA Tour 96, Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City, Shaq Fu, Super Return of the Jedi, NBA Live 95, Madden 96, FIFA 96, and NHL Hockey 96. Ugh. Acclaim's motion capture demo. Interesting. It's easy to forget how old mocap technology is. Anyone who plans to buy a Saturn or PlayStation should have been Acclaim's motion capture demonstration E3. Acclaim set up its motion capture software to demonstrate how quickly it could translate animation data for each of the 4 top-end video game platforms, including Saturn, PC's PlayStation, and the Nintendo Ultra 64. Side by side, the same animated baseball player threw balls, leapt, rolled, and performed on the 4 screens. While this is not intended to be a contest, we're going to turn it into one. The difference between the NU64 image and the others was like night and day. The NU64 emulation was so smooth and lifelike that it looked like an actor instead of a computer-generated character. The other systems just couldn't keep up. In order of blockiness, the worst was Saturn, followed by the PC and the PlayStation. Even more amazing is the fact the emulation in the NU64 isn't as good as the real thing. Mindscape officially joined the Dream Team at E3 with the announcement of Monster Dunk for the Nintendo Ultra 64. I've never heard of this in my life. In-house development team at Mindscape has been gearing up the North Silicon Graphics Inc. workstation for this project. Concept of the game is basketball with monsters, a sort of haunted NBA Jam. Although no characters have been finalized at this point, Mindscape hopes the game will be multiplayer. I think around the time Nintendo actually wanted to wind down the Game Boy and then Pokemon happened next year, Nintendo internally being like, oh god, what the fuck? Yeah, so Mindscape isn't a game, and Monster Dunk, if it even existed, would be Nintendo 64, which I'm not ready to do. An interview with Dave Perry. Do I care about this? He thinks E3 should be held later in the year, around July or August. Funny that. Dave Perry on Saturn. This early launch is hilarious. It reminds me of 3DO's launch. Actually, the people at 3DO were showing me new stuff, and I wanted to tell them to start all over. If Trip grew a beard and started a new company, they could sell it, but not the way it is now. Ouch. Oof. Stuff about Earthworm Jim 2, doing stuff and things, whatever. I really want to do more 16-bit games. Incredible what you can do, and we're beginning to learn what the real limits are. We asked Dave by way of a little shameless self-promotion if he thought Super NES games match up with the new 32-bit games. Absolutely! They can look even better. In one stage, Jim 2 rides his pocket rocket through a fantastic 3D stage. I forgot they actually literally call it a pocket rocket. We were working with Interplay beginning in 1997. In the meantime, we got an Activision engine to finish. We have another game to create for Playmates, another Earthworm Jim that's up to Playmates. And then at long last, finally, top 5 predictions from E3. Hold on to your asses. Number 5, Sega will introduce a 64-bit system by bundling 8 Master Systems together and calling the whole thing Titan. Number 4, everyone at Atari will have to take mandatory math lessons. Number 3, cringing internally already. Virtual Girl will debut next year with a color option. The case will be available in yellow, green, or teal. Number 2, Sony will try to trade Psygnosis for a box full of real lemmings. And number 1, Kevin Bayless, the designer of Bee Orchid at Rare, will invent the world's first anti-gravity device and win the Nobel Prize. Don't think about that one too hard, chat. You won't like it. And with that, our E3 coverage is over. Now, I am the law. As much as Dave Perry was and is a huge piece of shit, he's kind of right on the Saturn surprise release not being a good idea. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Can't wait when Nintendo powers out of Troll Department of miserable assholes. Well, we're right smack dab in the middle of the 90s, so it ain't happening for a while. But yeah. Speaking of miserable assholes, hello to Judge Dredd! Excuse me. Just as the next millennium, Acclaim delivers 12 stages of two-fisted excitement with this Aliens-like, I'm surprised they invoked Aliens Cubed, action game based on the hit summer movie. In 2139 AD, Judge Dredd is the highest-ranking member of an elite force charged with controlling the thugs, rioters, and escaped prisoners who threaten to overrun America. Relentless enforcer moves into non-stop action as he battles unseen forces that seek to destroy him and enslave Earth. I kind of wonder how the Stallone Judge Dredd would play now. I did. I made it through the E3 hand challenge. Just a little limp by the end there. Remember when Judge Dredd had a breached into popularity and literally everyone completely missed the point? He's corrupt and not a hero. No, see, that's the thing. Like, that wasn't the Stallone movie, was it? Like, the Stallone movie totally made him an unironic hero. The, fuck, why can't I never remember his name? The more recent Dredd movie, what's his name? Help me, chat. He's awesome and I love him. And he's great in everything. Carl Urban, thank you. God, I'm an idiot. The more recent Carl Urban Judge Dredd is fantastic because it actually walks that line really, really well. Like, Judge Dredd in that is ostensibly the good guy, but there definitely are strong elements of the satire from the original 2080 comic. Yes, Manic, if you haven't seen the Carl Urban Judge Dredd from, like, oh god, when was that? 20, somewhere in the 20-teens. It's very good. It is really, really good. Could be worse. I used to mentally combine his name with the country singer Keith Urban. Yeah. Nope, he doesn't take his helmet off in that one. He lets his sneer do the talking. 2012. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. I knew it was a while back because I saw it. I must have seen it. Yeah, I must have seen it when I went to visit my friend Not a Roguelike in Japan. Because I know I saw it in Japan, but I wasn't living in Japan in 2012. So yeah. The Stallone, that's what I was wondering how the Stallone movie would play now, because it completely misses the point. Like, the original, for anyone who doesn't know, the original Judge Dredd comic was a British comic in the magazine 2000 AD. Started back in what, the 60s, 70s or something? And it was totally meant as a satire of authoritarianism. Judge Dredd was the main character. The stories revolved around him, but he was not meant to be seen as a hero necessarily. He was like the most overbearing element of an overbearing authoritarian big brother government. That changed over time, but without really losing the subversive messaging. Yes, British grimdark stuff, exactly. Yeah. And then somehow Hollywood got a hold of this and was literally like the wow cool meme with the actual point sailing over their head, and made a unironic summer blockbuster starring Sylvester Stallone as the Law. But they came back to it in 2012 with a Carl Urban movie that was much, much, much better and much more authentic to the original comics. And it's just a good movie on its own, really. Good old Lawjaw, yeah. Interesting that this is an alien cube-like. Looks like they have all the different weapons that he has that you can pick up as items. Block War in Heavenly Haven. Hot Wars broken out amid the cold steel of Heavenly Haven. Question authority is the motto of a loser named Zed. The band of squatters he commands, and Judge Dredd has been called in to provide the answers. His primary objective will be find and destroy all ammo supplies. So you can actually, and you're supposed to arrest people in this. Sometimes Bedford Dredd to be judge and jury, but not executioner. He gets extra credits for arresting, but not sentencing perpetrators. More arrested perps will often drop valuable power. Yeah, the Urban one had people upset it never got a sequel. It was good. He was perfect. He was absolutely perfect. I think one of the most interesting things about the Carl Urban movie is that it very much was like the 2080 comics in that the story revolved around Dredd, but wasn't actually about him. Like, he's an important presence in the movie, but the story doesn't really hinge on him. He's just kind of the engine that keeps it moving. And it ends up being a really, really cool movie. Judge Dredd earlier interested me much, so I'm not huge on Grimdark. Seems well done for peeps who like it. I mean, it's... Yeah, if you go back to the source, the satire is what's interesting about it. The same way that you're supposed to consume Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k is supposed to be a flashy, over-the-top, yet cautionary tale of the excesses of the future. And when you view it through that lens, it's really interesting and really fun. And if you take it too seriously, you really need to be put on some kind of watch list. And Judge Dredd really should be treated the same way. So I think they fit very neatly in similar buckets. Accuracy is important. That's fine, whatever. Riot at Aspen Penal Colony. The Great Atomic War of 2070 has turned most of America into a desert wasteland called Cursed Earth. Bloodthirsty prisoners are broken out of confinement. The Council of Judges orders Judge Dredd to close all security doors and arrest or sentence all the rioters. Keeping their god barely alive as they use flashy powers, dark as hell comedy satire. There's apparently, and I've always wanted to check this out. I mean, I've only read a few of the Judge Dredd comics, but there's one that they can't reprint anymore. And I've always meant to track it down online and read it, where apparently Dredd kind of road trips across ruined America, and there's a whole bunch of symbolic commentary and also on the nose commentary about American culture. And one of the big parts is like post-apocalyptic McDonald's, and like it's wars against other like franchises and stuff. And they can't ever reprint those because it's not satire, it's just McDonald's. That's just Idiocracy, yeah. Well, keep in mind, it predates Idiocracy, so. I don't know, with heavy nihilistic stuff, I get how it has this part, but I kind of just get apathetic about the plot. It feels like things start awful and can usually get much worse. See, for me, I like 40k because it makes me feel marginally better about the world we actually live in. Like the whole time I was playing Rogue Trader, and I'd go to these planets where like millions of people get eaten by like sudden chaos demon eruptions, and like planets get wiped out, people get dragged off into alternate dimensions by the Drukhari, and just the warp fucks everyone's minds up and mutates people. I'm like, okay, yeah, things could definitely be worse. Yeah, at least we're not this fucked. Getting there, but we're not there yet. They put out some pretty extensive maps. Seems like they skipped part 2. They got part 1 and part 3 here. It's hard to tell though from these maps because all they really did was highlight all the item locations. Hard to tell how linear these maps might be, because I don't really get how you navigate them. And the tips are just about what you gotta do. Opening up an electric door. Primary objective is close all security doors. Find 15 computer terminals. Riddled with hidden passageways, so there is that. Same Judge Dredd people made a comic about a hitman getting... I don't know, it was maybe the same folks. They made the comic take place in the Judge Dredd universe. Yeah, that doesn't seem too far off the mark. Alright, I think they got their scans a little mixed up here because it seems to have gotten mixed in with Nosferatu. But yeah, if you missed out on the Stallone movie, he's like good and cool and sentences the bad guys, but then he gets framed. and stripped of his judgehood and sent out to prison, and he's got to bust his way out with the undesirables and make his way back to Mega City 1 to take out the people who framed him and shit. It's kind of whatever. Oh god, this is all kinds of... God, this is all mixed up. Also, okay, so actually this is really interesting. I'm gonna spoil the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie so that I can explain something they do with this game. Oh yeah, and Rob Schneider is there. He's the comedy relief. That's how bad that movie is. I think a lot of the 2080 writers were in the British Sonic comics at the time. Oh really? Funny. So Judge Dredd goes back to the Janus lab, which is apparently built under the Statue of Liberty or whatever. So it turns out that Judge Dredd has a clone brother, a clone of himself, who considers himself his brother, called Judge Rico, who is, I guess, insane and evil, and framed Judge Dredd so he could be the new Judge Hotness in town. And if I remember correctly, the movie ends with Dredd confronting Rico, the Statue of Liberty, and they fight and he dies and all that stuff. So this is all that. This is an entire inset about that boss fight. This I don't know about. No end to the scum around the Statue of Liberty. The Gila Munja, band of mutant murderers who gained access to Mega City 1 via the sewer network. So this is where this game gets weird. It doesn't end there. So even though this is based on the Sylvester Stallone movie, it actually draws a lot of stuff from the comics and takes its plot beyond the movie into the whole Dark Judge thing, which I'm not going to go into this because frankly I'm not an expert on the Dark Judges and the Dead World and stuff. I know of them. I know they're sort of like this universe's horsemen of the apocalypse. Don't really know how they fit into the meta-narrative and overall symbolism of it. I don't know what narrative purpose they served in the comics. But apparently the folks making the game just really, really wanted to throw them in, so the game keeps going past the movie's endpoint. In a rather interesting way, like, after you defeat the big bad of the movie, you've just got a couple kind of random missions to do. You go to stop a riot at a chemical plant, go to the rooftops to take down a sky surfer gang, and then you find out the Dark Judges are behind everything that's been going on. So yeah. Weird shit. I don't know. So anyway, if any of y'all want to see Judge Dredd, this is your last chance. I'm about to turn the page and move on. Nah. Yeah, I've never been super interested in this one. Frankly. Much more interested in the media that it's based on than the game itself, so. Alright. Rolling on to... Okay, I'm gonna assume that we haven't skipped past Nosferatu entirely. I think the scans just might have gotten out of order. So we can jump around if we need to. Chat, I really don't give a shit about this. I really, 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 really don't. It might be because we already worked our way through the E3 coverage. It might be because I'm just not a fan of the ACM art style in general. Yep, incredible 3D graphics. That 3D model is really cool. Feels great for you to skip to Nosferatu. Yeah. We're just gonna move on. I don't really care. They're gonna explain what rendering means, the illusion of 3D. some neat like concept art and diagramming here, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this feature. I just don't care. We're gonna move on to Power Instinct, which I don't know anything about. Fight is On from Atlas Software. They present Power Instinct tournament fighting game that will give fighting game fans a few good rounds of fun. On the surface, it appears to be a typical fighting game. Players who give it a try will be pleasantly surprised by the game's complexity and strong play control. While the graphics are not spectacular, character animation is good and reacts quickly to the player's commands. All 8 characters are well balanced with a variety of special moves, allowing advanced players to piece together decent combinations. Isn't this the fighter of the granny? It is, yes. Oh, so we played this one. Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, Otane. She has the grab that turns her into the young woman. Unlike other fighting games, Power Instinct offers players 2 different practice modes to hone their skills, 3 different fight modes that allow for a wide range of fighting challenge. All characters are strong fighters. They have different strengths and weaknesses, yada yada yada. I see Thin Nen, whose power seems to be starvation. Alright, let's see. We got Annie, wide range of missile attacks. Strong and fast. Buffalo isn't fast as powerful attacks, more than make up for the lack of speed. Keith is well balanced. Otane, one of the most unusual of all fighters. She appears as an old woman, can change a young girl by drawing energy out of her opponent. Angela is the largest of the fighters. That's cool. I like that. I like when games play against types and have like you know, big burly woman as like the biggest fighter. So, a much more common thing now, but I think for 1995, this was a bit ahead of the curve. Reiji, good balance between speed and power. Good for beginners. Saizo is a ninja. There's always a ninja. And Thin Nen. Thin Nen's special moves are very difficult to master. Once players know how to use them, they're very tough to beat. Players can drain their opponent's seconds flat using the power kick. Players who are learning to play should choose well-balanced characters. Keith, a good choice. So, as an example here, his power punch is back, down, down to... Wow, his power punch is half circle forward and Y. His power kick is half circle forward and A. His super kick is forward to down and then A or B. Ugh. Look, it's fine. Just copy Street Fighter's moves. It's okay. Nobody's gonna blame you. We all just want to do Dragon Punch and Fireball motions. Men only want one thing, and it's for Dragon Punch to work in every game. Alright, anyway. Time to play Power Instinct as someone other than the old lady. Feeling pretty good about tonight, chat. We've actually played quite a number of games, but still made some very good progress here. If the Sims would be improved like you got Duke and other Sims, it absolutely would, yeah. No argument here. This cowboy ass font. Anybody know what this game is called in... Jesus. Anybody know what this game is called in the original Japanese? I remember this music now. Alright, it'll be the Thin... Okay. It'll be the Thin Nen Man. I don't know any of his moves. And they say they're very, very difficult. Play point. Thin Nen versus White Buffalo. Just named Go Ketsuji Family. Okay, well I found one. I think it's a full. That's pretty sweet. What's up, Traydon? How you doing? Yeah, he doesn't seem all that thin, does he? Oh yeah, we got Street Fighter at home. Don't you worry. I wish I could figure out how I'm actually keying that move in. He's got a double jump, which is cool. I don't think most of the characters in this game have a double jump. Nice to put those crates in the corner of these Native American villages so that people can smash through them. Fucking vocals this game, I know. Later entries start picking up titles in Japan like Groove on Fight. Your fate is in my hands. Cool. Can you defeat this old woman? Probably not. He does have double jumps in a fighting game. Isn't that wild? Otane go. I couldn't read that. Couldn't read it fast enough. So kind of shocked this got an English release without being heavily Americanized. Yeah, kind of. I remember that bullshit. I remember now. Huh. So if you don't get a clean enough hit on that special, oh no. So if you don't get clean enough hit on that special, they can block out of the last hit. Why couldn't I hit her? That's weird. Nice. Well, that, for a grab in this era, that did not do much damage. Was that a double KO? Ha! Ah! That was amazing. Oh, she is so aggro with that grab. There we go. Nice clean hit. Fuck. Oh, that's so annoying. I guess she has no control when she's transforming back, but you can't hit her when she's transforming back. Oh, interesting. So a draw round, nobody gets the win. So in theory, that's kind of wild. In theory, if you got a draw round every time, holy fuck, how'd you do that? It would never end. Oh. I did wonder how many rounds they count up to do that. Yeah. Only OP for please nerf. Ooh. Nah, it just got the same line every time. This will also be part of my training. All right, fight Ninja Mans. Saizo Hattori. Hattori. The levels are pretty. I like them. Oh boy. Oh, that was exciting. This dude fast. Oh shit. Oh god, he's got bombs. He's got a Hadouken. Seems like this has wall smashes. Like the initial fighting area is actually pretty narrow, but you can put your opponent through the wall and widen it up. I'm as happy as the guy voicing the ninja. Ranma Fighter got butchered here. Activision doing weird shit in Japanese games at the time. Kind of surprising. Yeah, it is kind of surprising. I don't know. Maybe because it's Atlas. I want to do my fucking shit. Oh no, I did it the wrong way. I got my wish, but at what cost? Fuck. Okay, double jump is actually really good. I keep forgetting I have it, but I could straight double jump over projectiles. Precisely 1 year later, they Americanized the hell out of Persona 1, like 2 years later. I guess the other thing, though... Hey, anyone want to fight? I mean, just look at how Japanese this game is. This game is intensely, powerfully Japanese. Maybe they just decided it wasn't worth the effort to try and scrub all the cultural nuance out of it. It's a fighting game. Maybe Atlas correctly assumed that fighting game players don't really care that much about the details and just want a game where you can smash people into each other. Oh, we're in a parking garage. There's an upper level of this place. Oh shit. This seems like great value Terry. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. I can't really make fun of the Phoenix Wright localization though. It is among the best ever. Shit. Oh yeah, this is This is definitely great value Terry. Chat, I don't remember how I did with this last time. I don't remember how far I got, but this seems to be going really well. Like weirdly well. Just parking their giant army jeep at the mall parking lot. JD Lex said, I think it's really funny how they constantly re-justify that in the script displaying why California's local Buddhist temple and tonkatsu studio. Which is funny because there is actually more than one Buddhist temple here in Los Angeles. Gonna be good, chat. Gonna be good, chat. Okay, if anybody in this game can crush me, Angela can do it. Jesus Christ! I'll bet. I gotta say, this is a really fun fighting game. This is solid. It passes the most important test for me, which is fun characters. Like the characters are creative, they're colorful, and pretty easy to use. Also, I'm getting really, really far with basically just heavy kicks. And that makes me happy. I like this game style too, yeah. This has a lot of personality. See, it's got several sequels in this time. Let me test my fighting skills. Reiji. Oh my god, it's a Japanese cheer squad in the back. It's the Oenden boys. God, I wish I knew Thin Nen's special moves. I wish I knew I was doing that. Ooh. That looks really good. Definitely took a cue from the improved special effects in Super Street Fighter. Shit. Eee! Oh, whoa. Wonder if there's an evil boss character. There's gotta be a boss character, right? There's gotta be a boss. Reiji looks like this game's Shoko. I don't think he's the only one. But yeah, he's definitely fitting the bill here. It's always fun to me. And maybe this isn't terribly fair to these games, but I don't think I'm being too mean here. It's always fun to me to see, like, what Street Fighter archetypes they mash together to make their characters. Like, this is pretty clearly a mashup of Ryu and Chun-Li. Like, not even trying to hide it, really. Aw, shit. Thin Nen implies thick Nen. Ha 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 ha. I ran 1 pixel in a dream there. It's so funny. They knew they had a hit with Grandma here, so they stuck her on everything. Okay, real quick. Oh, interesting. It shows you the people you've cleared. I wanna try Big Lady real quick, and then we'll move on. My Amazonian waifu. Holy shit, she's got... Oh, fuck. Okay, that's cool. Oh, she's got a dive kick, yo. Oh, I could maybe cheese this entire game with this. I could cheese this whole game with this. Zangief Blanca. She got a slide too? Holy shit! And like the dive kick has like a back jump to it too. So even if they block it or you miss, you're safe. That's absurd. That's so busted. Chad, I think I'm in love. Poor Justin Wong. They're pretty strong, but can you defeat me? A tiny child? Holy fuck, that did a lot of damage. Holy shit, she throws phoenixes. She kind of figured out what to do against the dive kick. So that's troubling. Oh, whoa! So apparently she's Athena. She's extremely responsive to everything I do. She has a statue of herself. What the fuck? Oh god. Oh god. Woo! That was close. That was real close. I think she's saying flying bird. Says a worthy opponent does not exist. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I guess the mirror match was inevitable. Okay, if I can beat Thin Nen, we get to see who the boss is. Was there a time when for some reason marketing tried to present Guile as the main street? Yes! Yes, there was. The cover feature for the original Street Fighter 2 and Nintendo Power had Guile on the cover. And they pushed him as the big hero. They learned... They learned after that initial release that Ryu was their guy. But yeah, they definitely tried to make it Guile at first. God, I was really hoping she'd bounce back in that fireball. Whoa, this guy's stuff is cool. Look. Yeah. Oh god. Ah, shit. Good night, Shadon. Have a good one. Is there a fat Nen? Unless he's the boss of the final boss of the game. I don't believe so. Ooh, that's nasty. Whoa, that was cool. I can't use it effectively, but that was cool. It's a charge move. Oh, nasty. Ah, damn it. I'll try this guy one more time because I do want to see the final boss. Try looking at move list for this game. Those only exist for the Genesis and arcade versions. It's okay. It's okay. It's not too hard to figure out moves from experimentation. Like, I'm accidentally finding stuff. I got Thin Nen. My Nen has been thinned. As if my hair wasn't bad enough. Now my nen is thin. I will say, I think this game might be a little input ready, as was the style at the time. I mean, I got perfect that time, so maybe they take mercy on you after you continue. But some of these fights do feel like, especially when I was fighting Annie, it felt like she knew exactly when I was gonna jump. So long as you're not Rugal, yeah, seriously. Seriously, as long as you don't reach that S&K level of bullshit, you're good. I really like that charge, it's cool. I just can't use it effectively. Oh, that was neat. Wait, wow. Yes! Get his ass. Yes! Final boss, here we come. It's all I wanted, chat. It's all I wanted. It's one of the fighters where when you continue, the difficulty goes down one notch. Yeah, I love it when they do that. I love it when they do that. I'm Ume, leader of the... Okay. Alright. So the oh no, penultimate boss. Shit. Shit. So Granny had a sister, I guess. Whoa. Okay, so I think it's... Okay. I think it's just Turbo Granny. I think she's the same as Granny, just way faster. Like, way faster. Turbo Granny is activating to repress dan memories. That was weird. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Oh shit. Oh god, yeah, she gets extra fireballs too. Her anti-air is vicious. She's a little... Ow. Wait! No way! Oh shit! Everybody has a double jump in this. Oh, that's so cool! Oh god. She has too much priority, Chad. Damn. Alright. Well, I tried, chat. I tried. I could take one Granny, but not two. That sounds terrible out of context. Please click this. Hey, you know what? Maybe that was May, who we just saw. Since she is the penultimate boss. Can you find anything on the final boss? Because I am very curious. I hope it's not just another recolor. I hope there's actually a unique final boss. But yeah, that was solid. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. Speaking of enjoying that, if the summer heat is getting you down, this just might be the pack to send a chilling shiver up your spine. The set has combined detailed graphics, smooth animation, and a fun horror setting into one slick package. Excuse me, like Prince of Persia, Blackthorn, and other maze crawler adventure titles. That's an interesting way to put it. Maze crawler. Nosferatu features lots of climbing, jumping, and intricate puzzle solving. The dramatic opening sequence introduces the nameless young hero who's on a quest to save his girlfriend from the undead inhabitants of the local castle. Though the premise is simple and familiar, the game as a whole is executed very well with a gloomy color palette, good detailing the characters and backgrounds, and a selection of creepy sound effects and music. The main character seems to walk slowly, but the figure and cinema scene animation is fluid and realistic. Check out the hero when he accidentally knocks his head against the wall. Play control may take some getting used to, especially with its relatively narrow hit detection zone. You also have to practice the attack button once to get ready to throw your first punch. But these quirks can be overcome with a bit of practice. There are lots of minor and major enemies lurking all about. The puzzles are the greater challenge. They take a quick head and quick hands to overcome, and you must complete each stage before the timer runs out. 3 difficulty levels, more or less time on the clock, and unlimited continues, so novices and experienced gamers like and enjoy this horrific adventure. Seems like she's the final boss. The unplayed level is just yours. I don't think so. That golden temple in the middle must be something. Because we did end up fighting everybody. We would have ended up mirror matching if we hadn't switched off of Finnan. But yeah, we fought all 8 characters and then Granny. Actually, I'm... Look it up real quick. Huh, I guess she is the boss. Okay. I wonder where they laid out the map like that. Yep. 8 characters and then 1 non-playable boss. Alright, let's see. First part of stage 1 gives you a chance to hone the basic play control skills. Oh god, it's Endeave! Jesus Christ! Just got home, found my wife has been on eBay all day. If she's still down there tomorrow, I'll lure the... a take my wife please joke for the modern era. Incredible. Find about pushing walls, climbing up and down platforms, going through doors, opening chests, grabbing items, no weapons, but your fist will be up to the task. So yeah, centipedes you just stand on. Find 3 types of crystals in treasure chests throughout the game. The red crystals increase physical strength, the blue increase the capacity of your health meter, and the green restore health. Also find hourglasses, which give you a little more time on the clock. Okay. If you perish, your strength reverses to 0, your health meter capacity remains the same. Okay, so... I guess the blue crystals would be the most important to find then. Apparently, Power Instinct 2 is notable for having an almost entirely vocal OST sung in universe by the character whose stage it is. Oh, wow. The goods of the centipede and the zombie. Okay. Alright, let's see here. More creeping. Slide is very important. Frank. I walks back before the set pattern. He won't damage you. He'll steal red crystals. Stand just point where he turns and punch rapidly. Walks away, not to chase him. Okay, so you can defeat him. You just gotta punch the shit out of him. Hands are indestructible. Alright, the werewolf. Only as many hits as possible before he transforms. The moon slowly waxes during the battle. If it gets full, the werewolf will regain all his energy. That's pretty cool. I mean, it sucks if it happens to you, but it's at least a neat thematic bit. Alright, stage 2 looks like some... I don't know. Looks kind of catacomby, but maybe not. It has a beholder. I guess that's before they got really litigious about it. And then, okay. Alright, well, let's give it another shot, chat. Let's Nosf some more Natus. And I think this'll be the last thing we do tonight. Looks like Epic Center is next, and that's always a good place to stop so we can come back to it fresh. And this is gonna be a pretty big Epic Center this time. Belmont Pansies out storm the Vampire Castle with fists. Yeah, we're gonna fist Dracula. What? Wait, what'd I say? I am also surprised how much progress we made tonight. I guess the thing is, people got pretty much all of their E3 requests out of their system last week. So we were able to more or less scoot through the E3 coverage, and then... I mean, one thing about this issue is there are some absolutely huge features on games that aren't necessarily that interesting. Like, the Judge Dredd feature is like 12 or 14 pages long, and we just kind of glossed over the whole thing. The Donkey Kong Land feature is 12 pages, and we played that for a little bit, and that was it. Also, sort of became a whole lot of shit talking and not a lot of games, yeah. This is still my next erotica top seller idea. What's up, Pinocchio on the list? I won't expose you to it because it's surprisingly competent. I wouldn't say that. It's animated well, but there's not really any direction in the game. And that first level, everywhere kind of looks the same, so it's kind of hard to tell whether you're even making any progress or not. Like, I spent half the time going backwards and didn't even know it until I started running across power-up configurations I had seen before. I love this title screen, too. Like, the animated highlights are so cool looking. And I love these cutscenes. Absolutely love them. It feels like what... I mean, it's not a fair comparison because I'm talking exclusively about the Super Nintendo version, but it feels kind of like what the cutscenes for Out of This World were going for. But this does them, like, just much more fluidly. Imagine being a 90s guy and deciding to take a horse on your journey to fight a vampire. Fuck centipede. Okay, there's my punch punchy button. Oh, these guys don't actually fight back. Also, I didn't realize this is cool too. This is really cool that you can go back in here and it's actually like the background is the perspective on like the main area. That's super neat. And the guys walking back and forth are actually in the places where they actually are. Just generally really impressed with this game. Looked up what the devs for this did on Moby. I was not expecting the amount of mahjong themed porn games. Well, do what you love, I guess. Shit. Give me a hard time sliding under here. Oh god. Okay. Technically sort of worked. Oh god. Okay. Yes. Okay. Barely made it. But barely made it is still made it. What crystals do again? The red crystals, the ones numbered there, make you stronger. So the more you have, the more damage you'll actually do. I guess it's every 3 make you stronger. Let's punch this guy out and see if we can see a difference. Not really. I'll take their word for it. Oh, it looks like, actually, it looks like our guy's doing an extra hit in his combo. Ugh, makes me sweaty. Okay, so Nintendo Power said to get right on the edge of Frank's range. Like, just stand here and punch. One day I went to work on Half Minute Hero. No, you're not the only person who played that. I played a little bit of it. It was cool. It's burning a lot of time, though. Fortunately. Hey! I melted Frank. Why is there Frankenstein? Oh. Oh. Yes, I want this. Seem to be down to about a minute to finish this, which is a little concerning. Two Spooky Notes sure make a background soundtrack. They do, don't they? Wonderfully atmospheric, what they manage here. Shit! Alright, well, I guess we're leaving. Not before I grab some treasure. Just fucking face planted against the wall. Alright. Oh, that's cool. Yes. Alright. Hopefully I can just pound the shit out of this guy before he can tear me up. Ow, fuck. Gotta beat this wolf up. Gotta beat this wolf up. Holy shit, I did it. Holy shit, I did it. Oh my god, chat. Hell yeah. Yes. I thought we were gonna get to see stage 2. Oh, dude, this looks rad. Look at this. That's horrifying. I love it. There's a map too. A very Castlevania-y map. Stage clear music's over the top compared to the rest. It kicks ass. Listen to that music. Oh, ow, ow, get off me. That's disgusting. How dare you. Oh, ow. Thanks, eyeball thing. I hate it. Kind of crazy this is the music for stage 2. Bro, you gotta do the slide thing. Bro, you gotta do the slide thing. I'm not kidding. I wish this slide move was easier to do. God, finally, thanks. Wow, okay. Kind of surprised that worked out as well as it did. Frankenstein! Okay. Cool, that worked out. That would disorienting the mood has been. Melody's cool, but I do love a good hellish cacophony. Okay. I was wondering something. When I went into the room at the top of stage 1, the Nintendo Power Map said that there were 3 crystals in there, but I only got 1. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. Apparently, treasure boxes can have multiple crystals, but you have to hold up to collect them all. That is good to know. Also, wall-based pressure plates. That's cool. Oh, fuck off. Weird choice when I discovered that. Are we already at a... Oh god, I'm being choked out. Ow. Oh, this guy's kind of nasty. Wait, do I not have to fight this guy? Can I just leave? If I don't have to fight this guy, I'm just leaving. And seriously, fuck that guy. Oh, Zambies! Ah! Let go, let go, let go. Wow, okay. What a jerk ass. Okay. Ew. Oh, God. He melted into bits. If I could cheese him like Frankie, maybe. We'll see what Nintendo Power has to say about it afterwards. He looked like he... What the hell was that? He looked like he had more mobility. Lord. Love the arm wiggles. The animation in this is fantastic. This is just a really cool ass game, honestly. Alright, I guess this is part 2 of this area. Whoa! Point and click levels of animation in an actual platforming game. I know, right? Isn't that neat? Alright, Frank, put up your dukes. Watch. Go there, champion. Let's see what's over here. I bet you can come up the other way. That looks like a very pushable wall. No longer solid-ass tunnel vision. Don't mind my silence, I'm just soaking up the atmosphere. Oh, absolutely. Immaculate vibes. Yeah, I bet we go down this way. Yeah, maybe we'll just steppins off. Interesting. It's over on that side. It's not. Yeah, I don't like these. I know it's a very different style of game, but something about this game's vibe really feels like Clock Tower to me. Oh, that's gonna suck. I don't want to do that. Now let's try it. Perfect! Exactly what I had in mind. Okay. I would love to keep going, chat, but I think we made some really good progress, and it is late, and I actually have to be up early tomorrow, so we're gonna call this one here. Got comparable visual style. Can I check this game out? It's great, honestly. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really, really good. Do this again sometime. I'll be honest with you. When we played it last time, it got so many more likes than everything else. I've noticed people have been fairly reticent with the I like this command lately, but every once in a while a game will come along that really seems to tickle folks' fancy. Between last time we did this and tonight, a whole lot of people have registered their interest in this game. I don't know how feasible a full playthrough of this is, but I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on exactly how hard it would be to muddle my way through this game. And if I can, maybe we'll do that sometime. I'm sure it's not that long. The problem is the challenge. Like, I could commit to like a full playthrough of Prince of Persia, but it would be rough. Yeah, I want to see if there's like a difficulty wall somewhere. If there's, I don't know, games like these seem very solvable. And if that's the case, like Prince of Persia is mostly a solvable game, except for the sword fights. So, and honestly, the combat in this seems a little bit more intuitive than Prince of Persia's. So if that's the case, if everything else is solvable, then maybe I can do it. So they decide you should feel bad for renting. Can I suggest you buy a Dracula cape for Halloween and put on points routine? Oh, you got a better idea. Great. All right. Anyway, let me close out requests for the night. It's been a good night of requests. Played a lot of cool stuff. Not just Nosferatu. But yeah. We made it. Where did we end up? Oh, we ended up here. Oh wow, so stage 2 is actually pretty maze-like. That's interesting. And then if I can go back a bit, we did have... Also, thank y'all for not requesting Burger Man. I really didn't want to deal with that. Okay, so here we go. So this is the back bits of stage 2, and then you fight some kind of demon monkeys. And then stage 3... Oh, looks like stage 3 goes pretty crazy with traps. The maps really look like Prince of Persia. And let's see. So there's 6 stages total, according to this. But yeah. Yeah, honestly, I would love to go through this. Or because bad games were funny, I also want to genuinely make me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, Booger Man is one of the few games that I am just 100% not on board with. I don't even want to try it. I don't know what I'll do if somebody actually requests it. I guess it'll depend on my mood. I may veto it. Or I might give it a try. Who knows? Anyway, chat, we're ending tonight on the Epic Center. Which means when we come back on Saturday, we'll talk about the Epic news. You can squeeze whatever you can out of this particular article about Enix. We'll talk about Chrono Trigger a little bit. And then we hit the Japanese RPGs feature. And I am ready for this. I am as prepared as I can be for that. And I don't know how long we're going to be on this. But there's certainly a lot of content to mine there. I know there's more than a few of you who are always excited for the opportunity to grab some Japan-only stuff. So you got that to look forward to on Saturday. Before that, though, tomorrow night we're doing a builder variety night of building games that didn't make the cut for the last one, that weren't candidates for a full playthrough on this channel. And we'll talk all about why tomorrow night. I got some neat stuff. I got some very, very interesting things to show y'all. The first game I'm gonna show you, it's not exactly exciting. It's not so bad it's good, but I'm pretty sure y'all be shocked by it when I break it down for you. I'll also be shocked if any of you have even heard of it before. But that is for tomorrow. Builder Variety Night tomorrow night. Epic Center on Saturday. No stream on Sunday, because I never stream on Sunday. And then Monday, we start Timberborn. We build our great beaver society from nothing. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah. All right, Shadows. I appreciate that. For now, let's go see who's up. It's Dama. I'm gonna send y'all over to Dama again. Dama's the only one up. They're the only one I'm gonna raid. That's what we're gonna do. So yeah. Anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thanks for joining me for another installment in the long, long, long series we call the Power Hours. I am really getting a kick out of this issue. I thought, y'all know this, I thought this issue was going to be Dead Space. I thought there wasn't going to be anything particularly interesting in this one. That we were just going to scoot through it and move on to August. But boy, was I wrong. All these features that I totally glossed over as a kid have been great. Eye-opening and entertaining for streaming. So hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. Hopefully I will see you out tomorrow night for a very very eclectic selection of building sims. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.